Hello, Subject 4. Nice to officially meet you.
Welcome, everyone, to the Subject 4 podcast. My name is Artemis, and we are Subject 4. We are a fan-made podcast of the Matthias channel on his 863 series. So welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Nugs, how are you doing? Did Nugs leave? I think Nugs left. But I am joined today. We have Ink Knight that is up on stage. We also have Nugs here.
Hi.
There he is.
Sorry.
I introduced you like 30 seconds ago. But Ink Knight is speedrunning the episode right now, and I don't know why. And I don't know why Discord's not popping up on chat. Why is that?
Discord become dumb.
Why is that a thing? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Did something get moved? But anyway, how did everyone like the episode? I see that Clash is here over on YouTube.
I fell in a bin? I'm fine. I'm fine.
A bin?
I swear. A bin.
Mm.
Apparently I fell in a bin, according to Duck. Duck's got his old PFP back.
Mm.
Ha! Huh. Like, that's like OG Duck. Og Duck.
Alright. I don't know why the stream is only picking up YouTube chat. Discord is here. I promise that.
Is Restream being alive?
Restream is alive. It's on.
Weird.
Mm.
Restream, work. Do it.
Do the thing.
Work. Do better. Do you think Scott is innocent? Oh, Paul. Yes.
I don't know.
There's my poll answer. Oh, geez, that is a.
Oh.
You what?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's wrong with Restream here.
Oh, I'm gonna delete that. So, guys, remember no flashy gifs in the chat. Just just to be courteous to those who have, you know, epilepsy or something like that. I don't want to trigger anything by accident.
I have no idea. Sorry, Discord. If you guys want to hop
Yeah.
over YouTube, make sure you are
Yeah,
seen on a
everybody
video.
can hop over to YouTube if you want to be in the video.
Oh, I don't know why.
If
I
not-
don't know why Discord's not showing up.
That's weird. That is weird.
I know Discord has
Maybe
put out some
Restream's just-
beta things, but I don't know if that would interfere with everything.
No, it wouldn't interfere with it. That's a Restream issue. Unless the Restream bot's down. Check. Oops. Yeah, the Restream Discord bot is not online currently.
Weird.
So that would be a Restream issue. So basically, the Discord side's not working. Does Scott know? Scott knows about the apartment, yes. But has he been inside? Probably. I would.
Well, I mean,
assume so.
one of the things that bothers me is he talks about being friends with Deb. You guys, if you guys are hardcore fans of this podcast, you know I did a 12 hours stream, and 2 of my IRL friends were on, and they've known me for probably longer than some of the people who are listening to us right now have been alive, because I'm old. But none of those guys, they're very close to me. None of them have my keys. Why does Scott have Deb's keys? It's a bit weird to me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe she trusted him enough. Like, if he had a key, she probably trusted him. You know.
But still, like, why does he have a key?
Maybe she gave it to him for a reason.
That, like, really bugs me. Does that bug anyone else?
It doesn't bug me necessarily, no.
It bugs me. But I just get bugged all the time.
Yep. True. Artemis is a bug.
The things just bug me. Like, I'm like, oh.
Well, oh, hey, Nick has friends that have his keys.
Nick doesn't have friends. He's lying.
So maybe it's a thing that you don't do.
Nick, you're such a liar. Nobody has your key. Just got a phone call. Quit calling me.
I trust Nick.
No, I do. I have friends that have my keys. I mean, I have, like, my friends know how to get into my house, but they don't have a key. I have close friends.
Artie doesn't have friends.
I have
It's
lot of
only
friends.
me and Ink. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's exactly right. In case something happens. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm also eating
No, it's
chips.
fine.
I'm being a rude podcaster right now.
Inky, where are you?
Inky is speedrunning.
Inky,
Inky is speedrunning the episode.
Inky, watch it faster. Put it on like 2 times speed. New. Are stickers allowed in the podcast? Yes, you guys can put stickers and emojis in there. Just don't spam them. I think it's like a 5 limit or something like that. so let's not spam.
Hmm.
But yes, you guys can post those. Nugget sticker. I'm almost done. It's okay, Ink. It's really okay. No, honestly, I think the episode is really good. Like, you know, I was out. Oh, jeez. I was out when it was uploaded, so I came back and watched it a little bit late. But it was a good episode. I really found it interesting that they hadn't seen Scott coming back, you know, to that area, looping it still. But then right when they put the Mountaineer back, obviously Matt's Mountaineer key disappeared and went back to Scott. You know, the Mountaineer, or, you know, then Scott appears there. And it, like, so confusing, but it's very interesting. Right?
Right.
Right. But yeah, I thought it was a great episode. To what I find interesting is, you know, Scott. I mean, obviously, because he still thinks it's 2000, right?
I what? Sorry,
I just think, like, it's very interesting that he wouldn't say a lot, you know? Like, he even at least kind of strained to tell them the thing he told them at the end.
I mean, he did say that if it didn't happen yet, he's being very calculating about what does and does not come out of his mouth.
Well, obviously, he knows something, and obviously he doesn't want people to, you know, find it out.
I don't know if it's just that, or if he's because if the timeline went one way, giving information of the future too soon might derail things and make things worse. So yeah, he might be walking around with evidence that it wasn't him, but at the same time, it straight up might just he might not be able to know better than, because if there was a chance that someone I care about might come back, might not get hurt due to me knowing too much or to me telling someone what's gonna happen, I would probably just not risk it.
I'm wondering who's after him specifically. Like, he knows that, I feel like he knows that somebody's is after him, but he's not saying anything. And I'm wondering who he thinks is after him.
Well,
And I'm
well,
thinking,
Chloe?
he even said that the environment that they work in is very
scary.
Hostile.
yeah, it's a very hostile work environment. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the question of whether we can trust Scott will have to be up to the next episode. What's on that floppy disk?
Yeah.
So that question, but the thing, I mean, the major thing that happened in this episode was we found out that time travel's real. So, I mean, when Matt mentioned the lanterns in Split and Splinter, Scott kind of laughed at him about that. Like, and I've always thought that. I don't think split and splintering are weapons. I think somebody wants us to think it's a weapon, but I don't think it is a weapon.
I don't really think so either. I think it wasn't meant to be at first, but has been changed to be one, I guess.
I'm not. I just had a thought. What if splintering is just escaping to another timeline? Inception style. Because that way, Deb. Okay, yeah, your current self gets frozen and you cannot go back, but it would explain a lot of stuff, I think.
Right. Let me bring this up. We're gonna go Doctor Who, guys. I know that this is why you guys keep me around.
I don't know
here.
anything about
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Artie's freaking out about timey-wimey moment.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Okay, the one thing I want to go over is the Weeping Angels.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just gonna read their Wikipedia page. That, in fact, here, I'm gonna bring it up on YouTube if you guys want to look at it. Let me get that up. Sorry, I just thought of this just now, so it's all like, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so here's the Wikipedia page that we will go over a little bit. So if you're not familiar, the Weeping Angels, they're probably one of the scariest. If you talk to anyone, some people find them the scariest. I really don't think they're that scary.
I don't think they're that scary. I haven't seen the actual show, but from the GIF that I saw that's in the chat, it didn't look that bad.
No, the silence is more terrifying, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll kind of go over the Weeping Angels right now. The Weeping Angels are a race of predatory creatures from a long-running science fiction series, Doctor Who. They were introduced in 2007 in the episode Blink, making repeating appearances in later episodes. They also appear in the spin-off series Class. Since their initial appearance, they have been persistently nominated as one of the most popular and frightening Doctor Who monsters. Stephen Moffat attributes their appeal to childhood games such as Grandmother's Footsteps. I don't know what that is. Any English people on the... And the notion that every statue might secretly be disguised.
It's probably statues, like the game called Statues. I don't know if you've played it. Where like you have one person who's, they cover their eyes for a couple, 10 or 20 seconds. Everybody gets in a pose. And then that person turns around. You see that person, if they see anybody move, that person's out. Then they turn back around and you have to get the people who are doing the statues, they have to get into another pose.
Oh, are we talking about
the grandmother's thing?
Yeah, are we talking about like when you were talking, I just immediately thought Squid Game.
Yeah, so red light, it's kind like I would say red light,
light.
green light kind of, but you're not trying to get to somewhere, you're literally just trying to be
Opposed.
not.
The
You're
one-
just trying
Okay.
not to move.
Even for us, we wouldn't call it red light, green light. Even if the challenge was to tap the person who's trying to catch the other ones moving. Like even in that, we call it the statue game.
Yeah, exactly. The statues.
So, in their usual form, weeping angels resemble silent human-sized stone statues in the form of winged angels in draped clothing, such as might appear as tomb statues in a Victorian graveyard, as they are close in one or more. As they close in on one on more as they close in on more aware victims, they transform to a horrific demon aspect with wide open mouths, vampire teeth, and clawed hands, as it also implied that the weeping angels can mimic forms of the form or dimensions of the broader range. Okay, blah 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 blah. Angels of Manhattan, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to go into that. There. When not being observed by another being, weeping angels can move quickly and silently. Their phenomenal speed allows them to close distance of meters, literally in the blink of an eye. However, when they are being observed, they become quantum locked, occupying a single position in space and to become stone. In this state, they are frozen, difficult to destroy. So one of the things is that if they touch you, if a weeping angel touches you, they weeping angels are physically strong. They are rarely physical to kill a victim, since this wastes the time, potential energy which the weeping angels would otherwise consume. They prefer to take their energy from the victims, but if required, they can drain other life forms such as electric lights and other electronics. So what they do is they feed off of time energy. So when they touch you, they zap you to a different time, and they feed off of the time that you would have spent during that time. Does that make sense? So if you are Nugs, you're 17, right? Okay, Nugs is gone again.
I think he's gone.
So
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was
so
muted.
at 17, so let's say Nugs is 17, and let's say that Nugs is going to live. Let's give him a long life. Let's say he's going to live to be 77.
That's long.
Okay, we'll say 87. Okay.
Yeah. Better. More like 97. I'm gonna be old.
So let's say he lives to be 87 years old. Sorry. My phone, Google decided to turn itself on. So let's say he lives to be 87 years old. He has lived 17 years of that 87 years. So he has 70 more years to go. So when a weeping angel touches him, they feed off of that 70 years he would have lived. Does that make sense? So they get 70 years worth of energy, and you get zapped to a different time to live out your time in a different time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that 70 years basically gets picked up and transferred to a different time, and they eat what you would have done during this time. So I'm wondering if the lanterns are weeping angels. So when the lanterns go off, you get zapped or you get split from our time and splintered into a different time.
Yeah.
And that you're not necessarily dead. You are dead, like in all aspects to Matt, Sam, Woods, Bailey, she is dead because she's no longer in their time. She is now zapped to a different time. Does any of this make sense to anyone out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Okay.
Yep, it does.
Okay. I was afraid for a second. Oh yeah, there's the
Well,
weeping
don't
angel.
be. I'm just kidding.
Weeping angels are amazing. No, that's dumb. Squatter.
No, that's dumb.
Come say it up on stage. If you have something different, come up on stage. It's easier to be a peanut gallery in the crowd.
But he's working.
No,
he
works from home. He can talk.
Come on, you already have the invite. Just
He's not gonna come.
He's not gonna come.
come on, Boomer.
I don't really have any theories specifically. Like, I really don't.
This episode was more. I can't say it wasn't. It was a filler episode.
That's what I
we got
said.
new
Exactly.
information. But it's not really an episode to theorize on.
It was just information.
Yeah, we're not being slammed with moral questions.
I'm going to pull up my phone up on OBS so you guys can, because some people are, some people are informational learners, so they gather by like podcasts. Podcasts are a good way. Podcasts are a good way for them to collect information. Some people are more visual learners, so they're like, can you draw me a map?
Yeah.
So, like, some people can take directions, fine, and remember them, but some people need a map. So I will get the map.
I'm a visual learner.
See, I'm a visual learner also.
Or sorry, no, I'm not a visual learner. Duh, I'm a hands-on learner. But if I can see it, then it kind of helps.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll just put you in a bin.
What is this
quicker.
like bin thing?
I don't know. Duck wanted to put me in a bin, and then my sister said she should shove me in a bin, so I said I'm gonna shove her in a bin.
You'd be nice to your
sister. It's a garbage can. No.
She's going to take over the podcast.
You sure about that?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
You
sure about that?
Confirmed.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mickey Mouse podcast.
Hello. Yeah. By the way, if you are on YouTube and you're totally confused, we do a warm up kind of thing before the podcast. So yeah.
So if you want the chaos, so it's kind of like an after dark, but before dark. It's kind of like the before dark.
It's called a pre-show.
Yeah, it's a pre-show. So if you want the pre-show, then join the Discord. Because there's not much you can do on YouTube. All of our community's on Discord.
That is dsc.gg/subject4podcast. And I also spammed the link, so click it. Click it and get in here.
Spam it! Join for my Mickey voice.
There.
Did anybody come in?
Everybody come in. Everybody who isn't in there, you better come in right now.
Well, the thing is we want to keep them on YouTube because the chat's not working.
Yeah, true.
I mean, true.
So, hey, if anybody is new, that I think there's a couple people I haven't seen here before. But, hey guys, welcome.
There you go.
Also, thank you, Saturn, for the raid.
I'm just waiting for Nugs to notice it. He's not on YouTube.
What am I noticing? I'm on YouTube. What you talking about? Nugs in a bin. It was behind.
Wait, but seriously, did you actually fall in the bin while I was doing?
No, I didn't. I did not.
All
Why
right.
would I do that?
It sounds like you did because everybody
I
keeps
didn't.
talking about it.
No, because
It's
it was a
Ducky.
thing that
Ducky is creating chaos
yeah,
again.
Ducky is chaos.
I also saw the grandma, and then I'm like, wait, what? And then I didn't hear anything, so I went back to watching the episode. I think one day I will be able to watch 863 at 2x speed. Today was just 1.75.
Nugs in a bin. Why are we spamming this?
Now it's in the bin. What will it do?
I'm gonna put ink in a bin and close it, and then like put it in the garbage truck.
And then y'all say I bully him.
I do not say that.
Ink.
I say that you guys are all children.
I can put ink in a bin, and then the bin goes in the incinerator.
No, here's the funny thing. I would grab an ink cartridge, pop it open, and just put the ink in your eyes.
All right,
like,
guys.
sure.
Do not
Sure
make fun
you
of my
are.
lantern, okay?
I'll just send my army. What?
So we have in 2022.
I need no army.
Okay, children. 2022, we have somebody who has a lantern and shines it at Deb. Deb then gets zapped back into time. This is her split. And when she gets zapped back into time, let's say she goes back to 1996. She gets splintered. She gets splintered into time. So
Are you suggesting that Deb is from the present?
Deb is so this timeline right here, that's up here, that we have the lantern shining on Deb. This is a parallel universe, a different timeline. She gets split from this timeline. Sorry about the lag. I know that people on Discord are like waiting for me to draw it. But she gets split from this timeline. So split and placed onto this new timeline and gets splintered back in 1996 because she says to Wes,
Hi People says, I wonder what happens if you move the Mountaineer and put it back in the spot. Will Scott disappear and reappear at the car, or will there be two? Oh, like while they're talking to Scott?
There's always
that would be weird.
Here's the thing, though. There's always only one of one item.
I know they're saying, would he disappear and go back?
Oh, please don't. Please move the car, guys.
No, because they kept the car there for a while. And that's when he kept showing up at the office.
Yeah. No, they're saying, what if they break the loop again by putting the car back, get Scott, bring him in the building, but then while Scott's going in the building, they bring the car out. But then when Scott's in the building, they put the car back. Would it loop
Well, that
again?
would be a good idea if you find out that Scott is a homicidal maniac.
Just continue to keep him in a loop.
Yeah, you just move the car and he'll disappear.
Just you're trapped forever.
But
not that you'll know it.
So when we have Deb saying back in, oh god, it was on side B of the tape. She tells Wes, this timeline will work. If you follow us on TikTok, you need to follow us on TikTok. I demand it. You need to follow us on TikTok.
There's people eating peanuts and Coke.
It was basically, I made 3 TikToks and one of them was about this. Deb, I called it Deb's swan song.
Mm-hmm.
That this is Deb's way of making it so that she says West.
Yeah.
Because none of this bothered Deb could have survived living in Syntec underneath Nelson, but the moment that Wes died because of Nelson's agenda, I think Deb has just been looking. Who cares about yes, it's sad that there are victims of Syntec. That's sad, boo-hoo, but it's hit her close to home that her one true love is now gone. And I think she had to get zapped by this lantern to be splintered back into time to save Wes. If this all makes sense. I am probably 80% sure that that's what splintered and split means. Split from a different timeline, splintered into a different timeline. Split from our timeline, splintered into a different timeline.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes. And so these lanterns,
like stuck back.
These lanterns are the weeping angels that do that.
Interesting.
I do not think that they are a murder weapon. I think John Doe doesn't understand quantum mechanics.
That or John Doe is our guy.
John Doe's the killer?
I mean, didn't Matt say that Scott said exactly the opposite of what Jim called John Doe did? Like, the opposite. It doesn't matter if you understand science or not. The concept of saying these two people contradicting each other is the same as the two Spider-Mans pointing their fingers at each other.
Does D3B know who John Doe is?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Would Jim Colt be on D3B's archive of possible people that want to hurt Deb?
We know that D3B back in season 1 or season 2 was compromised, right?
Yes. Not compromised, but at the end of the season 1, whatever data was in that SD card was going to be corrupted or something along those lines.
What if, because it was D3B that told us to trust John Doe.
Oh no.
What if John Doe was being... What if D3B was already compromised? When it said for us to trust John Doe. Because why are we trusting John Doe? Because Deb said so, right? How did Deb tell us to trust him? I know that there's a letter that says that Deb's will, like, take care of him, my old friend, but that could have been planted, right?
I'm not even talking about planted. Our Deb, I'm suggesting that D3B is this one thing that is the same in all timelines. But Deb might be expecting John Doe to be a friend. But then because she got splintered without a warning, she has to quote unquote trust him in the past to make sure that she can keep the loop going. Honestly, High People just said it better than I did. What if Deb told us to trust John Doe wasn't the Deb that got splintered, but the Deb from a different timeline that is trying to either trick us into going down a different path, or that our Deb, the one that wrote the letters, in my case, that wrote the letters to John Doe, is not aware that he's a backstabber. But these 3B might know. Because we're just giving this man everything he wants. Location 7, we get the number of the location, and suddenly everything is gone. There's just, he already went there without our notice. We don't know what he touched at all. Heck, he might have even planted the serum that incriminates Scott. Or he might have found the CD and is the one that planted the CD as a way to tell them, hey, time loop is going to happen. Or you're going to travel to 2000.
Scott seemed to believe in this episode, correct me if I'm wrong, but Scott seemed to believe in this episode that Chloe could have been the murderer.
Yes. He said something along the lines of, I wish I could say she wouldn't murder Deb. But he's saying that she could have... He didn't comment on whether she'd be able to, but that she had cause for it, absolutely.
Clash, I'll get to that after Ink Knight's point. Derpy says, is it possible for all the good guys we know, like John Doe, aren't from this timeline, since Syntec would go after anyone trying to shut them down? I believe that's what the Phantoms are. The Phantoms are the people that are going through timelines trying to stop, trying to make sure that Syntec on all outcomes wins.
Oh, interesting.
That would
That's an
explain how Ben
interesting
was in the
idea.
ceiling. All you gotta do is put the man in the ceiling, make him time travel to the same spot in the future, and then make him pop back down.
We also have one of the things that we have not had answers to is the stupid mystical light above the grave.
Yeah, we really haven't had an answer to that.
Was that Wes trying to come back, but he's dead in our timeline?
Wes isn't dead.
I don't think Wes is dead. I don't think he is, because I think in our timeline he isn't. I think Wes is actually the stalker from season 1.
Same.
And that he needed the injection to stay in our timeline. Like I said in the previous podcast, if you weren't there for it, please go. It was a really good podcast. I theorized that Wes had to break into the studio, inject himself to stay in our timeline. Because if he was to leave our timeline, he would get a bullet if he ever phased back.
And now with the whole thing of traveling forward being true, him going back might mean that he might get shot in the same timeline. Which honestly would just keep the loop going.
So Clash said over on YouTube, Artemis Scott said that Sam and Wood's injection hasn't happened yet. He said it at the end of the video. Because that is going to that's the future events. It's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet.
My question is,
now Sam is going to be like, I'm never buying that outfit, so it doesn't happen.
No, okay. Okay, it hasn't happened. Okay, this is okay. Let me get my pen and paper back out, guys.
We probably need to like sketch out the
I'm
strings of time.
going to.
Please.
Here we go. Sorry, we're going back to Artemis's phone. Okay, so here's Scott. Yay, Scott. 2000. He said he thought it was 2000. He never really gave us a specific date, but that's where our team was putting him.
Yeah.
Here's us. I'm just going to put subject 4. We're in 2022. Scott is saying hasn't happened yet. Not yet. Has not happened yet. So 2000, it has not happened yet. Because
true.
If you look, what is our team saying about the video?
It looks old.
It's going to happen somewhere in the middle.
You look younger. Those clothes, like that, like Adidas breakaway pants, that was probably when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So
that was
when
like
Scott is saying it hasn't happened yet, it has happened for us. It has happened, but it's going to happen somewhere in between Scott's time and our time.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I don't think it's going to happen 2022. I don't think it's going to happen like 2027.
No, it looked young. They looked younger.
This is a no because they looked younger. We're saying it looked younger. We're saying it was on a DVD, guys.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
going to happen. It's going to happen in between these 22 years.
So Scott is gonna quote unquote kidnapped high school Sam and high school Woods?
Or let's go back. Sorry, deleting everything I just did. It's kind of fun watching everything go backwards.
I'm going backwards.
Okay. What the heck?
Hold on. While you're doing this, is anybody else like nervous about them putting Scott in the vault?
No.
Like, part
As
of
long as
me thinks he's still like, something's bad about him, and then he's just gonna take stuff.
We gave him a blanket. We gave him a heart pillow. Peace, love, dove.
They're locking him in the vault so he can't get out.
Yeah,
they're actually locking him.
Yeah, they are. They're locking him inside the vault.
The chat now.
Yes, Discord's back.
I just noticed this. I don't know how long it's been on there.
No, I think it just started.
It just started.
It started about 7 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, about 7 minutes ago.
You're back in chat, Discord.
Yeah, that means restream spots back up. So, okay. Mm-hmm. I believe, okay.
Yes, it is.
863. 862.
862?
861. 860. 864. 859. 858. Someone out there is probably going, oh, I get it. No.
Timelines.
Okay.
Timelines?
Mm-hmm.
Here is Matt, Sam, Woods, subject 4. We're on this timeline. Let's say Scott is on 860. And let's say Sam and Woods are over here living their best life. Sam is an actress. And Woods is going to the college that he wanted to go to. And Matt, I don't have room for Matt, but yeah, we'll put him up here. Matt is still working at the pharmacy. Matt's still working at the pharmacy. Scott now has to go to these guys in his timeline where they never got fired from the pharmacy. They got into... Sam got into that modeling agency, and Woods got accepted to that
that college
that he wanted to go to. Meanwhile, in our timeline, Matt got laid off from the pharmacy. Sam did not get accepted to the modeling agency, and Woods didn't get accepted into that college. So Scott over here with the stupid mountaineer that keeps showing up in number 860 has to use these guys from his timeline in order to get our guys over to his timeline. Does that make sense?
Or him over to ours.
For some reason he's gonna need these 3 subjects in his timeline to help our subjects in our timeline. So that is why Sam, Woods, and Matt's DNA is at location 7 because of these guys. He did it to these guys before in the past. Does that make sense? Like number 860 is running behind. They're in the 2000 right now. While we're in 2022, they're running behind us. Does that make sense?
So we're gonna get a brain swap.
Yeah. So
Me no like at all.
yeah.
Fancy. Me like.
Unless oh my god.
Pepper.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yes, I like it.
What if our guys die?
Well, then you get a
What
cheap
if our
replacement.
what if we die?
They just get a cheap replacement.
He has to, yes, from the number 860.
Yeah.
Or what if these guys die and our guys have to save them? I don't know.
Multiverse
Multiverse of
There's
chaos.
so many things that could happen.
Multiverse of madness.
No. We don't talk about that one.
I don't know. I know that Southern wrote a big long explanation about West being live. I will check that in just a second. I'm just erasing my doodles.
So many doodles.
Do we get dog cam today, Artie?
I don't even know where they're at.
Doggies, get over here. We need you.
One's like
We
directly
need you
behind
for
me.
dog cam. Oh, Southern. You want me to read Southern's thing?
Yeah, go ahead and read Southern's thing while I'm racing.
I also don't think Wes is dead because shooting a blank is still a bullet shell. You just don't have the tip on it. So in that case, where is the ejected shell? And also the windows were not shattered from the gunshot. I know what you're thinking. The shot can be in Wes, but in the case there's still a bang noise that comes from the gun. So why didn't the loud noise in that tiny car bounce off the windows and shatter them? No, it wouldn't shatter the windows. The sound would not shatter the windows, even in a car.
The sound is about the same as
No, it wouldn't shatter the windows. Just
not even
from the
get
sound.
close to shattering the windows.
No.
If you want to
Nope.
shatter windows, go look at how opera singers shatter glass with their voice.
Or that one guy from X-Men.
Yes.
Here's a bullet.
Who I'm
When this chamber's full of black powder. When the pin comes down, it sparks this. It releases the bullet from the shell. Bullet goes forward. In a blank, it is just filled with powder, no projectile. So when it gets sparked,
sorry,
there's no projectile to fire.
Yeah, there isn't. It's just a loud sound.
So she shot a blank. She shot a blank. There's no projectile. But the problem with that is sound has pressure. If somebody has a weak heart and you shot this directly at their heart, the pressure would kill them. Not a projectile like a bullet. The pressure, the sound pressure that comes out of the nozzle is what would kill.
The sound pressure might be enough to affect the
There's
heart,
no projectile. There's no projectile.
It still wouldn't touch the windows.
Yeah, there's nothing to be inside of him. A, there's nothing to be inside of him. B, the windows would not shatter unless you pointed the pressure at the windows. But in this case, the body took all this pressure. You can actually, here's a really good, actually, I'll pull up a image of it.
I'm gonna head out, guys.
Bye.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Let me get
Goodbye.
a experiment for you guys.
Bye, Em. Be safe.
Okay, here you go. There. Look at Matt for a second, guys.
Calm down. Look at Matt.
Calm.
You're in your happy place now.
You are in your happy place. Look at Matt in all of his glory.
Overkiss shall now calm your mind.
All right. Here is a science experiment that you can do at home. This is generally how you can see that sound has pressure. So if you look in the back here, we've got a subwoofer, and it is pointed at these 5 candles, and it will blow out these candles by just using sound. Anyway, they're taking forever, but basically
you also can see the equalizer sound wave.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So basically, when you fire a gun, especially with someone with a weak heart, and it is a blank, it creates this pressure that you can hit into them. It's basically like punching someone so hard that they die. That is why it's very rare. Some people can, you can actually catch someone on fire doing that because the gunpowder doesn't get all used up, because it's, instead of pushing out a blank, it's not pushing out anything. So it could actually come out of the chamber of the gun, and catch someone on fire, like their clothes or something like that. Does
It's
that make
also
sense?
why it's also why if you're ever confronted with a grenade, you should not jump into any body of water, because unlike air that can be easily compressed, water will just squeeze the air out of your lungs without even thinking twice.
Arizona.
And it's like an instant death.
Yeah. So my only problem was there was like all this blood and stuff. Maybe he could bleed from his ears, but there wouldn't be that much blood from a blank shooting. Let's see. I do have a video pulled up. I don't know if I like this video. It's kind of creepy. Anyway, but yes, shooting blanks can kill somebody. You shouldn't do it.
Not even for funsies.
No, never point a weapon at anyone. Yes, overkiss. But yes, you gotta love overkiss. Overkiss is my fave. Overkill's my favorite, but overkiss, guys. Look at that. He's just so happy. But do we have anything else?
Strox is saying that blanks do still have a projectile, not a bullet, but some form of wadding and likely an adhesive to hold it in place.
Yeah, to hold the explosion in.
So if it was a point blank shot, the soft projectile could still shatter bones because of the speed and the compression and all that.
But you wouldn't have, I mean, unless whatever she used as a blank, but usually people just use, toilet paper or something to hold that compression in. What else bothers me about Deb shooting a blank? She wouldn't even have to shoot a blank, right?
If Nelson handed her the gun?
Yeah, then you just take the bullet out or fire it at the ground. If you think Nelson's gonna test the gun for gunpowder residue,
What
you
if she
shoot
was
it at the
watching?
gun, you shoot it down at the ground, and then you stage the body. You stage Wes's body. You don't.
But what if
have
Nelson
to,
was actively watching? Like
she knew the
cameras
camera
recorded,
was there?
like the camera recorded it, but even what if Nelson was hiding somewhere waiting for her to get the job done?
Mm. Well, she probably knew that the camera was there. But even then, you can still just point it at the ground, at your feet, shoot it, stage him. Why would you have to point the gun at him?
Oh yes, let me point the gun at the ground, make the very obvious loud bang that would be caught on cameras and possibly on someone spying on me, and then just put my arm back up enough for people to quote
Well,
unquote
you
not
wouldn't have to do
notice.
that. You would have to just fire the gun and then, smear a little pig's blood all over your boyfriend and you're good to go, right?
Not if someone saw you put the pig's blood on your boyfriend.
Well, it's dark. How they did not have that type of camera equipment.
No, but Nelson has a pair of eyes.
Well, somebody did think that there was a third person in the vehicle.
Nelson was watching from the. Nelson just casually watching Deb
In the
kill
back with
Negress.
a bag of popcorn, like, okay, do it. Now shoot your boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the approach. Or maybe it was Ben in the back, already turned into a phantom, being mind controlled.
Wasn't Ben's
giving the-
badge in the back seat? Was it Ben or was it
Exactly.
Scott's badge
It
that
was
was in the back?
Ben's. It was Ben's. Scott's was location 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that where these people died?
Oh god, that would be so sad. Here's
And-
where you die, maid.
A location
Sorry
3.
about that, maid.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
Gary
get tired of that.
Reynolds. Gary Reynolds is still around, and he. His badge was at location 3. Jordan,
True.
Scott, and Gary Reynolds was at location 3.
Does that mean that we should meet Jordan soon?
Or that's when they became phantoms. Dun, dun,
Phantoms
dun.
might just be travelers.
Yeah,
that not even Nelson
but
controls.
you could take Gary Reynolds, make him a phantom. He travels to our timeline. We stop the spire. All of a sudden, he's not a phantom, but he's in the wrong time.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyways, is there anyone who wants to hop up on stage with us and talk about things? We do have the Science Babes. They are going live in about, what time is it? In about 15, it's about 17 minutes. They're going to go live. Stay with us on YouTube. You will be directed straight over to them. Just like Twitch, it will be a raid from Subject 4.
We do have Southern up here.
All right, let's bring Southern up.
Yeah.
Have not talked to Southern.
Invite sent.
Greetings.
Hello, Southern. How are you?
Jello. Okay, so I have a theory about the tape with Woods and Sam.
Okay.
Oh.
So I have a theory. The theory is that I know somebody, I can't remember exactly who it was, who asked, how do we think the it can't how it happens, and going along the basis of I still think that Wes is alive. I want to say my theory is Wes and Scott still go to work, still work with Syntec, all this and that, and Wes told Scott, "Hey, I've got 3 subjects coming by later who are wanting to be volunteered, injected, whatever." And the when they came and got injected, they didn't know, something that was in the injection made them forget.
Honestly, I'm thinking that the headpiece that was holding their head whenever they were laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Scott told Sam that her head had to be in between those two. And if you look for mind-altering, brainwashing devices, it's always this piece around that area of the head, ears and eyes, always. Or covering the top of the head, but always covering the ears and the eyes. So the
Now,
fact that it was covering the ears, I'm thinking that device might have done the mind wiping.
oh yeah, maybe. Now I had two part theories to that. It was either that one or really digging into this theory. I had a theory that it's when Scott said that it has not happened yet. I think the reason for that is because Scott is because we're gonna find out later on that Matt is not 100% clear from Nelson. And so what happens is Nelson comes back, takes control of Matt, and this time Scott Cleric is around. So Scott Cleric is like, "Come on, come with me. I'll protect you. Blah blah blah. We gotta get away. We gotta get away." And takes them to the location. And then starts injecting them and stuff like that. Because if you remember correctly, in the tape, one thing that Scott Cleric was super stressed about, he was constantly saying, "Come on, we gotta hurry. They're almost gonna be here. They're almost gonna be here. They're about to be here. They're about to be here."
Here's
And
the
so
thing, though.
what if?
Sam and Woods were younger in that tape.
I mean, but yeah, because I was gonna say we've obviously known that the serum or something in the serum is age reducing or age preserving or whatever it is. Like
Preserving.
because because
Preserving.
obviously if it wasn't, everybody from Syntec would be in their late 80s and 90s or whatever. I know the science babes calculated it. I don't remember what it is, but
Everybody was around their 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. And in the videos and in right. And in the videos that we all see when we're either face to face with them or over a tape or something like that, they look to be in their like 30s, 40s. So like the thing is like I don't think Matt is completely out of control of Nelson.
I mean, the spire was turned off. Nobody locked the door after that, so take that
Not
as
that
you
hard to
will.
go back down.
Yeah,
It's not that hard to go back down and turn it back on.
Exactly.
And who's to say that GR or if we go with the whole timeline, I'm slowly getting into the timeline theories. It was hard for me to believe at first, but now each episode I'm believing them more and more. So if we dip into like the timeline theories, um, who's to say it's not even a Nelson from a different timeline comes in, turns on the spire, and destroys something to where it stays on?
I don't see why not.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, like I don't know. And uh, I was kind of rewatching. I've been rewatching the episodes, and I've just recently watched one of these season 2 episodes where they talked about how um, radioactive could reach up to 100 miles, 100 miles wide. I think it was again, and like the radioactive and the serum and that stuff. And so I wonder if the reason why everybody's like Bailey could be kind of sus or whatever is maybe Bailey was I mean Bailey didn't take an antidote, so
Yeah, that's why everybody is suspicious of Bailey as of right now.
I mean
Okay,
she
I'm
didn't
gonna
take
say
yeah,
something that might scare people.
Oh.
go for it.
Our past selves didn't take antidotes either. Sam,
Yay!
Woods.
I mean, I know I'm
they
safe.
didn't take an antidote back in 2000. So if you wanted to get a hold of Deb's subjects, wouldn't you go back in time to get them before they got the antidote.
Yeah.
Dun. And one of the things that
Fair
bothers
enough.
me is that when Scott was doing this all under covert, like in the video with Woods and Sam, because Scott was all like, okay, that's going to alert them that you're here. So they could have phantoms chasing them at that time. And
Maybe it could be Matt Nelson.
Madsen. For Madsen.
Matson.
For
Maybe it could be Madsen.
It could just be Nelson, period. It doesn't
That
have to
too.
do with anything with Matt.
God, wouldn't that be a hell of a
I say
twist if
Madsen
it
because Matt wasn't there. Why would it be only Sam and Woods? Where's Matt in that
Right?
video?
Wouldn't that be a hell of a plot twist if all the deaths and murders that we've witnessed so far were all fake and none of them are actually dead?
Maybe Matt isn't there because... Maybe Matt's not there because he has the serum in him. And they can't use people who have had the serum in them. Or, no, he's already had the clear injection.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to do it again because he's already had it. He got it in the tent.
I think Matt is the one that's chasing. If that's the case, Matt's going to be the one that's chasing him because it's going to be Melson.
Well, I think, or it could be Ben chasing them. It could be Gary Reynolds. It could be Jordan. It could be Xander. Could be April. It could be, I don't think it's Jordan, but it could be April. One of the things you did say was you don't think that Wes is dead. He could be helping out Scott with that. Like, hey, I have 2 subjects coming in. I don't think that's the case because in the timeline of Scott, Wes is dead because April had the memo that said, our late founder, which was Wesley. That's why they're releasing the fleet of mountaineers. It was in honor of their late founder who had a soft spot for them.
Yeah, but
and I do not think, I 100% do not think that Scott is from the year 2000. Why? Because he's getting into a 2003 Mountaineer. So I don't think, he's not from year 2000.
When they sat him down at the table, and they asked him like, "What year is it for you?" And he was like, 2022.
Yeah,
that might have been the last. Like I felt like in that bit when he was trying to say 2000, the team kept like cutting him off.
I think, well, it's also, I think it's because he kept trying to say 22. Like, no, I'm not crazy. It's 2022. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like you
So
were
we're not
just
even
saying.
sure of the date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so...
he didn't realize it. He didn't realize it until Woods interrupted him and said, "It's 2022." Yeah, 2022. That's
Night,
what I was gonna
guys.
say.
But the title of the episode is he thinks it's the year 2000. No, I don't think he thinks it's the year 2000 because he's getting in a 2003 Mountaineer. It's got to be a 2003 before, maybe right after Wes is dead.
Yeah.
And now he's worried that
like Matt just immediately starts asking him about murder questions. Of course, he was going to try and take himself out of the equation.
Right.
Night Clash.
Tell you what, rewatch.
That he's suspicious of the entire thing and that Nelson might be trying to catch him. He only gave
Yeah.
them the evidence because he saw that Matt was serious about taking him to police for Dev's death.
Right.
Because to him, Deb is alive. So
The one
So-
thing I couldn't wrap around is he kept telling him like, I can't tell you, I can't tell you, I can't tell you. But like,
well, no, because when they were talking about Splinter, he did say, I can't tell you, you wouldn't understand.
so help us understand now.
Well, I think with the quantum mechanics that I know of, I think I kind of explained it. I think Subject 4 knows it, but whether we can get Matthias in here so I can teach him.
Yeah, well,
But
I do have to say
Matthias,
though,
subscribe to her TikTok.
yeah, there you go.
Oh
I do
my
have to say though that reviewing all the past episodes that I've been doing, I've been coming up with a lot of like theories and eye openings and stuff like that, even for episodes of today.
Yeah.
it's easier to make thoughts when you're looking at the bigger picture and not just watching the episodes weekly.
Yeah. Like one of the big things, I'm not going to go deep into it, but one of the big things is I think Woods knows more than he's telling us.
He's a quiet thinker.
No, I think there's something up with him. He's
Like,
a little sus.
Yeah, I'm all pro the side quest theory that I've been having since forever, but are we sure that we're not just throwing hands at the first person
No,
that we see?
no, I think I've had multiple occasions rewatching episodes where I've gone, Woods, that's not normal, and so like I think Woods is sus, and I would even go as far to say as Woods may or may not either be part of Syntec or got paid off by Syntec in somehow, some
Okay,
form of fashion.
okay, my question, tell me one thing he has done.
You
Okay,
dropped the
well,
walkie.
yeah, he dropped the
That was
walkie,
one time!
but that's not what
He
I was
fell
going to get at.
asleep when we saw the first Phantom.
I
It's-
have
it's
three.
What if those phantoms, the phantom when he dropped the walkie, the phantom that showed up at the gravesite, what if those weren't Ben? What if that was the other timeline Woods?
Oh God! Oh
See,
God!
that's not our Woods, that's another timeline Woods.
Yeah.
Now here's the
An
thing.
evil Woods.
An evil Woods.
Here's the thing. The one that really stands out to me is, I mean, the Science Babes said that they've already like debunked that, but I still believe it. Is when they were figuring out what to do with the antidote, Woods said, "I'm going to destroy mine." He then goes out to the dumpster and proceeds to quote unquote drop it. But yet, obviously, we can tell he chunked it at the wall.
Dev's swan
When
song.
turning around to look at Sam,
Sorry.
there was a slight freeze, like a slight picture that I was able to stop on, and it was the look on his face. To me, just screamed like, or just read that. Yeah, I know for a fact I kept somebody from like possibly surviving. Here it is. I found it. There you go. It's just like a smirk of like, I know for a fact I kept somebody from,
I
you
don't
know,
think that-
possibly surviving or possibly curing someone, or and I did what what they would want me to do. They
I
being
don't think that's
Syntec.
me failing at reading faces, but to me that's not a smirk. Sorry, but to me that's not a smirk. To me that's a grimace. You're like, drat, I dropped it.
And then there was, okay, I just found the picture. Then there was this one. This one was another big one. This one was where
Associating. Sorry.
this one to me, that I don't know about other people, but to me, when I saw that little like video, that little time in the video, to me, what was basically thinking was I did what they wanted me to. I played the video, blah blah blah. Like I've set the trap, da da da. And I said,
Southern, that's the that face is about the same face
Also,
that we
hey,
do whenever we zone out
he
and
also
dissociate.
stole the file.
exactly,
It's still the
yes.
file of a
He's
family member. I
he
would have done
stole
the
the
same
file.
thing.
He dropped the walkie, fell asleep
That's
on a stakeout.
that's the
I'm
that's
not
the end
There
of
saying don't be
my
has
sus-
been.
that's
I
the end
mean,
of
I'm
my
not saying don't be
if
suspicious of him.
Matt was to do those things,
People would have gone under him. Absolutely, I'm aware of that.
just
But
saying,
Yeah.
if
here's
you
the thing.
reverse those roles, like
I
people
know.
let Woods get away with everything. But yeah, he
No,
also
but if
leaked.
Matt
He
was
also
in,
leaked the murder tape.
yes, he did.
Again,
No,
again,
you're not catching my
again.
argument. I'm not against the whole he might be doing a side quest kind of deal, but you cannot come to me with these general facial expressions
I
and
think
something that to
no.
me clearly looks like he's zoning out to do the fact that, oh crap, I
Well,
just
see,
killed my boss.
And
I
also,
might
Well,
have
see,
fucking
here's the
killed my
Woods
thing.
is
boss.
not very. He's also he's
A quiet thinker.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ink, you're going to. I found one more because I had three, but I found one more. You're gonna probably think that this one is him just zoning out again, but to me, I just find it super weird how when the Phantom broke in, destroyed the Apple II, he could not watch it. He looked away almost like he was like disgust.
No, he looked mad. He looked pissed off.
He's angry, but at the
Yeah,
same
he
time,
looked pissed
he's
off in
blinking
there.
to his buttons.
Do I
He's-
think Woods is a bad guy? No. I've already played with that before.
Ah, man.
And that was because when everyone was sussing Matt, I was getting upset because it's like, look, if like Matt hasn't done nearly as wrong as Woods has,
Exactly.
so let's give it. But it did turn out that Matt was a bad guy at that time. But the one thing that bothered me, that has always bothered me, is Woods dropping the walkie.
Yeah.
That has bothered me. Another thing that has bothered me was the stealing the file. Because that was
Stealing the file is absolutely valid.
no,
I get it.
Yeah, because
it's
even if
not.
it was,
It's
even if
not
it
in
was,
characteristic of Woods. Woods is a team player. Woods is a team player
Right.
man. And
'Cause-
if he was doing that to protect, he would have told somebody. He would have told Bailey, "Hey, I think Matt is acting really strange. This is my problem.
he would have
I
at
took
least
this
told
file.
Sam.
I took this file to protect my friend. I don't think she has anything to do with this. I'm doing this to protect her from Matt because I think Matt is sus." I think that would have been a better approach. The destroying the serum was also very sus of him. It's just, I just don't like non-team players. But
See,
yet,
me and high people are thinking on the same wavelength. Honestly, he was talking about what
I've
is
been
made by
seeing that for a
Syntec.
little bit.
also, okay, so we did have this conversation about that maybe. Ooh, no, I don't like that.
What?
Because that would put Scott as a bad guy.
Because Scott would be coining in and helping Woods out.
What if Scott was turning Sam and Woods into phantoms that could prey on our Sam and Woods?
Then we
So
just
our
go back to
Possibility.
our Woods could be like call out sick one day, but
and be
the
replaced.
Phantom Woods gets replaced, drops the walkie, or our Phantom Woods gets replaces, because remember, the Phantom got in through Woods's key.
And to that, I bring back up my double trouble sheet of information.
What if there is another Sam and Woods running around in our timeline
Well,
that are phantoms?
It's like Agent 47 said. Don't forget, it was Woods key fob used by the Phantom. I actually thought about that. I was thinking, what if? Because my theory was, maybe Woods is actually not trustworthy, and laid the key fob maker in the bush to kind of like, get the dirt off his back.
Because what if Woods is the other blip on the... Because remember, yes, there's footage that Matt found of him talking to himself when we had the double X Phantom there. But when they checked the monitors, there was 3 dots. There was Matt, there was Ben who was in prison, and then a third dot. There was a third dot there.
Absolutely.
And everyone
Yeah.
keeps
North.
forgetting about that third dot. Like, no, it's just Matt the entire time. Matt was standing right behind Bailey when they checked it. They counted for Matt's dot. They counted for Ben's dot. There was another dot there. So could there be a Phantom Woods running around? Because again, the use of the key, stealing the file,
I have.
destroying the antidote.
I'm gonna throw my. I'm not throwing myself under the bus. No, I'm not. But here's the thing: if we're gonna say that there's possibly Phantom Woods, we can use the break-ins as a reference for that. First break-in, dude is just scrounging around because he doesn't know where the gun safe could be, and he can't get into the Overkill office. He just knows that it got taken out
No,
or that it got moved.
you're confusing the Stalker with the Phantom again.
I'm saying that the Stalker was a separate Phantom prior to the mask, prior to needing a mask.
I think the Stalker was just Wes.
In this one from old episodes, I gotta give credit to Vanessa Cyphus a little bit. That's her Discord thing. She helped me like really show this one out. But this is another reason why we think Wes is not dead, because look at the picture I just posted. The 2 pictures I just posted. They both have the same suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, was it Clutterbug? Yeah, we were talking about that last week with Clutterbug.
I mean, that's clear as day, because if it was, I think if I remember correctly, in that episode, Woods and Matt just said, "Oh, it's just the Phantom. It looks like it could be just the Phantom," or everybody was thinking it was the Phantom. But the Phantom would have been in all black, but there's white. They have white on.
No, it's not. That's because of Rayon. When Matt was on the podcast in season 2, he talked about Rayon for a good 15 minutes. I even have a clip of him saying, "No, I want to talk about Rayon again." Let me see if I can find that. It's so funny. No, I want to talk about Rayon. But so what happens is that on certain blacks, when you are, because, okay, if you go back and you watch the Stalker footage again, the very first time the Stalker actually gets into the office, Woods points out that Kevin's mat on the desk is black, but it shows up white. And Matt said, yes, that happens with some IR cameras because it reflects the IR light. Some blacks reflect the IR light. They also thought, because I did a whole, before the podcast even was made, on my Reddit page, I made a huge documentation about Rayon and IR and how come black doesn't absorb IR light like other colors do, but reflects it. So when it gets reflected back as light. So your eye sees white when actually it's just a reflection. And Because Matt was talking about how he was trying to do like a Darth Vader sketch with like IR footage, but the Vader costume kept coming out white, and it's because it was reflecting and not absorbing the light. Like, that's how you see colors. What you see is that UV light, sunlight has all colors. When you look outside and you look at a leaf, all everything gets absorbed except for the color green on that leaf. It gets reflected and bounces into your eye. So that wavelength gets bounced into your eye, and that's how you see the color green. That's how come you know that when someone sees the color green, they see the same color green as you see, because it's reflecting their eye. Now, when somebody's colorblind, that is a problem with their eyes, not with the problem with the wavelength. Does that make sense? Like, it's always going to be green. Because I remember as a kid, I was like, what if what I think is green is actually blue to you? Like, if you could, like, swap eyeballs for a second, and you'd be like, dude, I see that color is blue, and I don't call that one green. Or I call that orange, or something like that. I always thought, like, how come we know that that is that? And that's why, is because the sunlight, the wavelengths, what gets reflected into our eye. Sorry about this whole science spiel, but hopefully it taught someone how come you see colors. That's how come
You see
colors
color?
get muted. Blue eye people, if you have blue eyes, you have no pigmentation in your eye. The color blue does not really exist in nature. What you are seeing is you're seeing a reflection of blue. So when someone sees your eye color, they see the reflection of blue. But blue eyes change colors. Anyone who has blue eyes, like myself, can tell you
I do.
our eyes change colors. If it is dark
Oh.
and it's dreary at night, sometimes your eyes will turn a gray. If you're under fluorescent lights, they can even get muted to like a hazel or a gray, or even some people get like a just a plain like black color when they're under fluorescent lights. But when you're under the sun and when you're outside and you're under a blue sky, that is when your eyes will pick up the most blue. And Matt knows this because Matt has blue eyes, and I know when he takes selfies or something like that, he knows he needs to be staring at something that has natural light, because the blue gets reflected off, and that makes your eyes bluer.
I can neither confirm nor deny about the blue eye thing, because I have blue eyes, but I don't pay attention to my eyes. As far as I know, my eyes just always stay blue.
Well, okay, so tonight, before you go to bed, okay, take a selfie of yourself without your flashlight, but under like artificial lighting. Take a selfie. And then when you wake up in the morning, go outside, make sure it's a clear day, and then take a picture, take a selfie under the clear blue sky. Now, then compare your eye color in both pictures. They will change.
Is that my Artemis homework?
that is your Artemis homework. Anyone out there with blue eyes, that is your homework. Tonight, or even right now, if the sun's still up in your area, take a selfie, go out, make sure you're outside. Shouldn't be cloudy. You should kind of stare at a blue part of the sky. Like, let's say it's cloudy on half of the sky. Make sure you're standing and you're looking at the blue area. Take a picture, take a selfie, and then wait until nighttime, and then take a selfie underneath your bedroom lights. Do not use your flashlight here, because that can reflect. But yeah, take a selfie, and you'll see that your eyes will be more grayer indoors than outdoors. You'll actually be blue, because there's no such thing as pigment blue. It's actually the way that the prisms line up and how it traps the blue light.
Oh God, science talk. I'm just kidding.
All right, here, I will draw you a picture. We'll go off of 863. We have 15 minutes to kill before the Science Babes go live. So, let's see here.
This is why I didn't pay attention to science, because it's boring.
It's not boring. It's actually fascinating. Like, Like if you want to get the girls, this is how you take pictures of your eyes and make them
Oh
bluer.
god.
This is how you get the girls, okay? I'm helping all the blue-eyed guys out there. What about brown eyes? I don't know anything about brown eyes. I never had them. Okay, let's see. Open up sketchbook.
One good thing you can say about brown eyes is that if you put a light directly on them, they're gonna stop looking brown and more like pools of honey. So if you're trying to get someone who has brown eyes, say that their eyes under the sunlight look like honey, and you have a pretty decent compliment.
Sun. There you go. You got the sun, like a 5-year-old drew it in the corner. So sunlight has all the colors. All the colors. Now. Science class. I love science. How many out there love science like me?
I can
I
appreciate
tried to like
science.
I tried to like science, but I just could never get into it.
Okay, so you have white light hitting this eyeball. White light has all the colors. Now, the eye structure of the iris, we're going to just take this color part, this blue color part. So when blue light enters the eye, it gets trapped inside these like prismatic, basically traps. But all the other light gets reflected out. So when you look at a blue eye, you're basically seeing that blue light that is trapped inside there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All the other colors go out, but the blue light stays behind. So this is why you get blue eyes. Because actually, if you looked at blue eyes, they would be like a gray, maybe even a white. So without like any type of light, that's
If the
what color they would
sky
be.
if the sky wasn't blue due to the reflecting the ocean, the people with blue eyes wouldn't have blue eyes. Basically.
No, the sky isn't blue because it's a reflection. It's the same principle. It's that's another.
Oh wait, it's
science.
the other
That's
way
another
around.
science.
It's the other way around. I got it mistaken. It's the other way around, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I got a phone call. But yeah. Here, give me a second.
Artemis is so busy with all her phone calls.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna do dog cam for the people who are only here because of dog cam.
Poor doggies.
Artemis, tell me if this happens to you, because it happens to me all the time. When I'm off work, my phone is dead, but when I'm at work, everybody's blowing up my phone.
No, I get blown up either way. So there you guys go. Dog cam. I know you're all
He's
here
being
just
a
for
good
cam.
dog.
Look at his tongue sticking out. Little dork. Look at that little tongue. He's a little tongue. He's such a cutie.
He's like, yes, Mom.
Apollo. See his like ear has gotten like a chunk taken out.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. He decided to fight a Mexican gray wolf.
Ouch.
And then there's Orion. They are happy to be inside because it is warm. It is so hot today. But there you guys go. Dog cam. My eyes go back and forth from green to blue to gray. It's weird. So really, naturally, your eyes would be a blue. So, Orion, are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Yeah.
Makes me think of my dog, who is
Yeah, he's a good boy.
like really has been going through a lot of surgeries and stuff like that because they found out they had a tumor on it in his foot.
Aw.
Ryan just posing automatically.
Yeah.
Is that the rectangle that takes photos? I'm gonna look cute for the rectangle that takes photos.
I a good boy. Yeah, they were outside. My dad just brought them in. So that's why they're all like, don't let me go outside again. So, there you go. Dog cam. Everyone loves it. Everyone's just here for it. But we're going to be wrapping up. Thank you, Southern.
Yep.
Enjoy your watch through. What episode are you up to with your watch through?
I'm on the one where B-27 shows up. I have like a few more episodes of season 2, and then I'll be done with season 2, and then I'll start season 3.
He's being rude now. Okay, well, enjoy your watch through, and we look forward to your findings or whatever. So,
of course.
Alrighty, thank you. Bye, Southern.
Bye.
Alrighty, so dog cam's off, by the way. But we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here. The Science Babes are going to be going live in about 8 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and share some things with you. We're going to talk about S4podcast.com. That is where you can get all your merch for the website. That is where you can get Squatters posters. If you guys look in the very beginning of the episode, 2 of the posters that are on Matthias's wall right there, not the middle one. The middle one is not for sale and will never be on sale. But the 2 ones on the outside, which is the red 863, and the green Syntec one, those are up for sale on S4podcast.com. Squatter was very kind to give us that to sell on our website. So go and support him. Also, please check out CrouchingBison.com in supporting of him. I know that let me see. Before I talk about it, let's look at his website, shall we? Come with me, guys.
Thank you. I'm just gonna copy the link from your browser. I hate myself, but I'm genuinely blanking on Squatters app.
CrouchingBison.com.
Okay. Also, since nobody can hear us, I know everybody can hear us. I almost said S4podcast.tv.
.tv? No Twitch. So this is CrouchingBison.com. If you come over here to Prince, let's check and see what he has available. Yes, he does. He's got Overkill. If you guys are a fan of Overkill, he's got some products here for you. I love this poster. It looks like Captain America's shield. Look at that poster. Why? Because. That's so beautiful. I love it. Matt, you're new. You need to get this poster. By the way, don't let that price scare you. I just went to the premium framed. This price at 70 through 127. That is if you want, like, Matthias has the high quality ones, which are the framed ones. This is the ones that he gets from Squatter. But yeah, this is more for us who don't have, a business called, Spellbound. This is our price range. But yeah, so these are such
everybody else on the tier of living Should probably go with a slightly cheaper option.
Or this one, even this isn't that too bad. 20 to 50 bucks if you've got 50 bucks. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Squatter, are you gonna do any like Artemis birthday
I think
ones?
he's gone. I think he's gone.
But he watches these. He does. He puts us on when he's like cooking or something. So yeah, check out CrouchingBison.com. I know that Matt really wants this to become StandingBison.com. But yeah, I don't think
Until
that's gonna-
then, he crouch.
Yep, till then he crouch. But yeah, check out CrouchingBison.com. He is a huge fan of this podcast. He does our websites, you know, totally free. He's amazing guy. You would be helping an amazing person. Also, please be sure to check out S4 Podcast, because that all the proceedings that we make off of that goes to making getting Nugs a streamable computer. So all the merch sales goes to help Nugs. So if you want to see Nugs streaming without Artemis and making his own kind of content over on Twitch, we are basically going to let Nugs take over our Twitch channel. So
If you want if you want to help Nugs become a Twitch streamer,
yes,
basically.
yes, if you want to help Nugs become a Twitch streamer, this is how you do it. So yes, but thank you everyone. Also, we have the memberships. How do you become a member, you are asking? If you come here to our YouTube page, you just click this join button. Click this join button. We have 3 tiers. We have $1.99 a month, which gives you the loyalty badges and gives you a custom emoji to use in the comments. Also, it gives you a different color on Discord so that we know that you are a level 1 tier and you could be called up better. It's just flashier colors. It tracks our eyes better when we are calling people up to the stage. Level 2, which is $5 a month, gives you the level 2 Discord. It gives you the memberships, the members only live streams, and access to our Minecraft server. So if one day, I will get Matt on our server one day. I will. That, mark my words, I will have that done. I will get that done. For $7 a month, it gives you all the other perks from the other 2 tiers, plus a members only Discord VC with myself and my team, my staff. I did do a membership live stream where we went through OBS. And so if you're an aspiring podcaster or an aspiring streamer, I suggest one of these 2 levels so that you guys can get into our live stream, so you guys can too can start your own kind of podcast if that's what you would like to do. But yes, that is what I'm going to say about us. That is all I'm going to say. Please like our TikTok. We are almost there to 1,000. One of my goals is to stream on TikTok. The only reason is so I guess we've meet all the requirements except for you get to 1,000 followers on TikTok before you can live stream. So even if you're not a TikTok fan, make one, add us, delete it. Like I don't know if that deletes the follow though.
It does.
Don't delete it then. delete the app. Don't delete your account. We just need. We're so close. We are so close to being able.
Also,
to live stream.
you get access to pressuring staff members into trying weird combinations.
Yes, we did have. What did you try? You tried the Cokes and Peanuts, huh?
Cokes and peanuts.
Yeah, Coke and Peanuts.
I kid you not, sometimes I'm in the mood to want to make the combination.
Really?
I kid you not. The other night it was like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I want Coke and Peanuts. And then everybody else in my system was just like, wait, what? You sure you're okay? How many fingers am I holding?
We only
No,
need 122 more followers on the podcast.
Yo, we're
I don't even
close.
think Matt follows us on the podcast. He follows my private account, but he doesn't follow the podcast.
No, that's funny.
Matt, you fake fan. Okay.
Fake fan or fake friend? Friend or foe?
Ooh, calling him out. Shots fired. Let's see. Are the Science Babes streaming yet?
I see their stage open.
Okay.
I
did not see them on.
Hold on.
They are
They
not
might have
live
not-
yet. They're running
they're not
behind like
it.
we were. Oh, it says give me a couple minutes, please, up on the Discord. So as soon as, please stay with us. Highly recommend the Science Babes, especially if you want to dive more into the scientific things. But when we do this raid, what should we say? Time travel's real when we do this raid.
Oh God.
So subject for
I'll
podcast raid to the Science Babes, you're going to say time travel's real on YouTube.
But do keep in mind to have at least one or two people add S4P raid, otherwise everybody's going to be confused.
Yeah,
like
so,
that one time Southern raided.
Yeah, say S4P raid. Time travel's real.
Travel is real.
Time travel's real. Okay, they are live. You guys have a great rest of your week. We will catch you guys. I'm hoping to maybe do a after dark. I'm hoping to do it Saturday. We'll see if we can get some people around. Maybe we'll play prop hunt. I don't know. But we'll see. I want to do something fun this weekend, so I'll let you guys know. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the Science Babes. And again, we are doing S4P. Time travel is real. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
But don't forget to like their stream.